Funny how you can spend years beside someone and still not realize you're already in love. You always took the left side of the couch, left your coffee half finished around, singing parts of songs off key like you never cared who heard. I used to think that was enough, just being close, just showing up. But now the quiet feels too loud whenever you're not around. I never meant to fall this far, you just slowly became my heart. And all the songs we never said still echo softly in my head. Every late night conversation feels like home somehow. You were never just a friend, I think I knew it way back then. But I was scared to lose the little world we built somehow. Outside the apartment door, movies playing while we ignored. Every moment passing slow, like we had nowhere else to go. You would fall asleep beside the light, while I stayed up half the night, writing songs I never showed, about the girl who didn't know. I kept every feeling hidden inside melodies unfinished. And all the songs we never said still linger underneath my breath. Every memory keeps playing like it never really left. You were always next to me, like a part of my heartbeat. And now I don't know how to hide what's been here all this time. Stay a little longer, don't turn the music off tonight. Let the silence hold us like it always has before. If this moment disappears, I'll still hear you in every song. You asked me once why I write songs so late at night. I almost told you, because every lyric somehow leads back to you. Stay a little closer, even if we don't say a word. I think you already know everything I'm too scared to say. If love sounds like anything, it sounds like you laughing in the dark. And all the songs we never said finally found their way instead. In the way you leaned on my shoulder, like you always belonged there. You were never just a chapter, never someone passing through. You became the quiet part of life I don't wanna lose. Funny how the person I wrote every song about was sitting beside me the whole time. I don't remember my name, but somehow I remember you. You laughed when I held the shopping bag, like I'd never done that before. I followed you through crowded streets like I already knew your door. You taught me little things each day, how to cross the road your way, how ramen tastes at midnight rain, and why people smile when they're okay. I lost my past somewhere behind, but every step still leads to you somehow. Every road leads back to you, no matter where I wake up to. Even with a broken memory, you still feel familiar to me. And every little thing you do makes this strange world softer too. If home is where the heart feels safe, then I was already home with you. You leave the light on when I'm late, pretend it's nothing when you wait. You know the songs I hum half asleep, and all the words I cannot keep. I don't know who I used to be, but I like who I am with you. A little less lost every day, a little more honest too. Maybe love survives somehow, even when the mind forgets it all. Every road leads back to you, like the sky returns to blue. Even when my memories fade, you're the one thing that remains. And every quiet night we share feels like healing in the air. If tomorrow takes my past away, please just stay the same. Stay close, don't go, I still need your voice. Walk slow with me, like I still have a choice. If I lose everything I knew, don't let me lose you too. They say my memories will return, and maybe one day I'll remember who I was. But honestly, I'm more afraid of forgetting who I became beside you. Stay near, stay warm, even when the nights feel long. Hold on to me like you already belong. If every road keeps pulling through, I know it ends with you. Every road leads back to you, even after all I've been through. Maybe I don't need the past if this feeling is meant to last, because the life I thought I lost brought me somewhere beautiful, to a tiny room, a rainy night, and the girl who made it home. I don't remember my name, but I remember how it feels when you smile. Some people lose years, some people lose themselves, but somehow you came back smiling. You woke up in a world gone quiet, faces old, the streets unfamiliar, like time kept moving without asking, while your heart stayed 17. You looked at every little thing like it was brand new again, and somehow watching you smile made the air feel lighter here. I forgot what warmth felt like, until you walked back into life. Maybe the years were never lost. Maybe they were waiting here for two tired hearts to find something gentle after fear. And every morning feels softer now, every silence less alone, like life gave us another chance to become a place called home. You laugh at songs from years ago, dance around the kitchen slow, ask me things I used to know before the world became so cold. I watch you trying not to cry when you realize how much time went by. But even in your quiet pain, you still make this house feel warm again. You say you miss too much to stay, but I wish you'd never walk away. Maybe the years were never lost. Maybe they led you back to me through every sleepless, lonely night. You were still the missing piece, and every time you call my name, I feel something healing slowly. Like maybe love is not a moment, maybe it's who stays when life gets heavy. Stay here, stay a while. You still look at the world like a child. Breathe slow, don't run. You don't have to catch up to anyone. If life begins again tonight, then let it begin beside me. You once asked me if I thought you lost your best years, but honestly, the best part of my life started the day you came back. Stay close, stay near. You make the quiet disappear. Move slow, take time. You don't have to heal overnight. If this world still feels too new, I'll walk through it with you. Maybe the years were never lost. Maybe they brought us here somehow, to this little house, this morning light, this peaceful life we're living now. And if tomorrow feels uncertain or the past still hurts sometimes, I'll still be right here beside you for every year we never lost. Some people lose years, but maybe love gives them back. Funny thing is, I couldn't see anyone clearly anymore except you. The city turned to blurry lights, faces fading every night. Every hallway looked the same till I heard you say my name. You left coffee on my desk, like you always somehow guessed what kind of day I was trying to survive before I even spoke a word. I lost the way I used to see, but somehow you became clear to me. I knew it was you before I saw your face again, and the way you stayed so quietly through every moment in between. And every little thing you do feels softer than the world I knew. Maybe love was never in my eyes, maybe it was always you. bed when nights run late. You laugh softly in the silence like you're trying not to wake. The lonely parts inside this room don't feel as heavy next to you. And even when the lights go dark, you still feel warm enough to trust. I thought losing sight would scare me most, but losing you would hurt me more. I knew it was you, and every touch I couldn't fake, every heartbeat in the quiet, every breath I tried to take, and all the things I couldn't see still somehow found their way to me. Maybe home was never just a place, maybe it was your company. Stay close, stay near, the rain feels softer here. Hold on, don't leave, I still need you next to me. If the whole world fades away, I'd still know your heart by name. You asked me once if I was afraid of never seeing clearly again. But honestly, the first time I felt afraid was when I thought I might lose you. Stay close, stay slow, don't let this feeling go. Right here tonight, everything feels right. If love is seeing someone true, then maybe I was always looking for you. I knew it was you long before the world came back into view. And every rainy night we shared, and every silence you repair. And even if the lights grow dim, or life forgets where I have been, I know one thing will still stay true. No matter what, I'll always find you. Funny thing is, I never really needed my eyes to fall in love with you. It's strange how some people stay with you even after all the years. You used to laugh without a care, summer wind inside your hair. I was just a quiet kid standing somewhere near. You made the smallest days feel bright, turned silence into something light. And though the years pulled us apart, you never really disappeared. I thought I only missed a memory, but then you walked back into me. I'd know your heart anywhere, even if your smile has changed, even if the years have painted different colors on your face. Because it's not the past I love, it's the way you're here with me. And after all this time, somehow you still feel like home to me. Coffee cups and rainy streets, walking slow beside me. You still say the same small things that make the whole world softer. You try to hide behind a laugh, like time has taken something back. But honestly, I only see someone even more beautiful now. You asked if I'd be disappointed if you're not the girl I knew. I'd know your heart anywhere, even in another life. Even if we missed each other for 1,000 different nights. 'Cause I never loved a photograph or some perfect memory. I love the woman standing here, still being kind so effortlessly. Stay here, don't hide. You don't have to be who you were. Come close tonight, let me love who you became. First love ever finds its way. Maybe it looks like this. When I was younger, I thought love meant holding on to a perfect memory. But maybe real love is simpler than that. Maybe it's seeing someone after all this time and choosing them all over again. Stay near, stay warm, like the years were never gone. Right here with me, exactly how you're meant to be. If hearts remember anything, mine remembered you. I know your heart anywhere, even when the seasons change. Even when the girl from summer grew into someone brave. Because the truth this time was never something standing in our way. It just brought you back to me at exactly the right day. It's strange how first love doesn't always end. Sometimes it just waits. I used to think people only fall in love with stories, until one fell in love with me. You were just ink in midnight pages, a perfect life in borrowed places, a face behind a glowing screen, too beautiful to ever mean anything real. And somehow in the quiet blue, the impossible became the truth. One step, one breath, one strange new light, and suddenly I was standing by your side. I knew your smile before we met, like some memory I never lived. If you exist beyond my dreams, then maybe nothing's what it seems. Maybe love can cross the lines between imagined worlds and mine. And if this city disappears or morning pulls you out of here, I'd still believe in what we knew. If you exist, then love does too. You show me rooftops made of light, skylines painted every night, like someone designed the stars just so we could stand beneath them. But every time you hold my hand, I feel this world don't understand, like pages turning far too fast, trying to pull us back apart. You asked me if I'd leave someday, like all impossible things must fade. If you exist beyond my dreams, then maybe feel real. What if I was never supposed to meet you? What if this was all a mistake? Then why does every part of me feel like I was always meant to find you? Stay close, stay true, even if the pages move. Hold on tonight, don't let the ending take this light. If stories end, then let them do, but not before I choose you. If you exist beyond my dreams, then maybe dreams are where truth begins. Maybe all the worlds between were only there to bring you here. And if tomorrow wakes me up to empty hands and morning dust, I'll still believe I once found something beautiful. Because impossible things don't feel this real. I used to think stories weren't real, then you looked back at me. I swear I knew your eyes before I knew your name. Every night the same strange story, city lights and blurred blue skies, a girl standing in the pouring rain, looking at me like goodbye. I'd wake up with your ghost still near, a heartbeat tangled up in fear. How do you miss someone so deeply before they've even appeared? Then one ordinary afternoon, you walked into the world I knew. I met you in my sleep, long before your hand found mine, like some secret part of fate was writing us between the lines. And even if the future breaks or everything we know comes undone, I'd still choose every road that leads back to the dream where you begun. Now your voice lives in my phone at night, asking if I made it home alright. And somehow all the fear I kept feels smaller standing in your light. But every dream keeps warning me of moments I don't wanna see, a world where I can't reach your name and silence takes your place from me. If knowing love means knowing pain, I'd still do this all again. I met you in my sleep before reality caught up somehow, before your laughter filled my days, before forever became now. And even if tomorrow steals the life we thought we'd always keep, I'd still believe I found something real the night I met you in my sleep. Awake, stay close, don't let this moment become smoke. Hold on, don't fade, not everything is meant to break. If dreams can pull two hearts this far, then maybe this is who we are. You asked me once if you knew how this story ends. would you still choose me? I wouldn't even hesitate. Stay right here tonight. Let me fight the morning light. One dream, one touch, changed everything I thought was us. If fate already made it smooth, then let me spend this life with you. I met you in my sleep, but loving you was wide awake. In midnight calls and rainy walks, in every choice we chose to make. And if the future still comes hard, or takes us somewhere dark and deep, I'll still remember where I'll start. The night I met you in my sleep. I swear I knew your heart before we ever met. I was never the kind of man who stayed anywhere for long until you. I learned to move without a sound, leave no name, don't stay around. 1,000 nights with borrowed skies, never once looked back. People like me don't build a life, we survive between the lines. No soft rooms, no morning light, no reason to come home. Then somehow your voice found me, like warmth inside a life gone cold. I crossed the dark for you, every empty street, every midnight blue. If the whole world turns against us, I'd still find my way to you, because loving you feels dangerous, but losing you feels worse somehow. So if fear comes calling at the door, I'll stand there now. You leave the kettle on too long, whole melodies half wrong, fall asleep with your lamp still on, like the world has never hurt you. And maybe that's what scares me most, how easy it is to need you close, how fast a man like me can break, just wanting something real. I tried to disappear for good, but every road still led to you. I crossed the dark for you, every lonely mile, every war I knew. Even if my hands are shaking, I'd still reach the light in you, because loving you changed everything. A heart like mine was built to run, but now I'd fight the whole night through, just to see the morning with you. Don't cry, I'm here, even if the night feels near. Hold on, stay close, you're the only thing I chose. If I have to lose the world, don't ask me twice. You once asked me why I always look like I'm ready to leave, because before you I never had a reason to stay. Stay warm, stay near, let me be the one right here. This time I won't run, not from you, not from what we've become. If loving you is dangerous, then let day was never the kind of man who stayed anywhere for long until you. I told myself it was just one night, so why are you still here? You were never meant to stay, just a name the morning took away, a passing spark, a quiet mistake, or at least that's what I told myself. But then your perfume in the rain still found its way into my days, and every crowded room somehow felt emptier without your face. I've known attraction before, but this felt different from the start. Since that one night, something in me hasn't been the same. I keep replaying little moments, like a song without a name. And I don't know what scares me more, that you might stay or walk away. But ever since that one night, my heart forgot how to behave. Now you're standing in fluorescent light, professional, distant, out of reach, pretending we were strangers then. While I remember everything, the way you looked half asleep at dawn, the silence after all the words were gone, and how I almost asked you then to stay just one more hour longer. I thought desire would fade with time, but somehow this became something softer. Since that one night, everything feels harder to explain. The smallest things keep pulling me right back to your name again. And every time you look away, I feel the distance more than space. Because ever since that one night, nothing in me stayed the same. Stay late, stay near, the city feels quieter here. Don't smile like that if you don't know what it does. If this was never meant to last, why do I still want you back? Maybe it wasn't love that night, maybe love came later, in coffee left on my desk, in your tired voice after midnight, in the way I started waiting for you without meaning to. Stay close, don't run, the story's barely just begun. One night, one spark, still managed to rewrite my heart. If I was meant to forget you, then why do I remember everything? Since that one night, I learned how silence says your name, how missing someone quietly can still burn just like a flame. And maybe what began too fast became the truest thing I know. Because ever since that one night, I've never really been alone. I told myself it was just one night. I was wrong. This wasn't part of the plan. You were supposed to be annoying, difficult, absolutely impossible to love. So explain this. You used to drive me half insane with your perfect list and your cold complaints. Every little thing had your name written in stress across my days. I counted hours till I'd be free, swore someday you'd get a taste of me, walking away without looking back, like none of this meant anything. But somewhere between the sarcasm and the late night city lights, something changed. I was supposed to hate you, that was how the story goes. A little revenge, a little chaos, then I'll leave before it shows. But now your tired little smile ruins every exit I rehearsed. I was supposed to hate you, so why am I falling first? You call my name across the room, like somehow I'm your safest truth. Lean too close when you're half asleep, and suddenly I forget to breathe. I told myself it's temporary, a passing joke, not anything scary. But now your coffee on my desk feels more dangerous than anything. I planned a game, I thought I'd win. Now I don't know where pretending ends. I was supposed to hate you, make you feel what I went through, watch you stumble through the silence like I once did because of you. But now every time you say my name, it lands softer than it should. I was supposed to hate you, and honestly, I never could. Don't look at me like that, you make this way too hard. Stay over there, or maybe don't. If this is payback, why does it feel like love? You found out, didn't you? The fake smiles, the little lies, the whole ridiculous plan. But tell me something, when you held my hand that night, were you pretending to? Come closer, just once, let me blame this on bad judgment. One mistake, one heart that somehow forgot where anger starts. If I was meant to walk away, why do I still wanna stay? I was supposed to hate you, but somewhere in this beautiful mess, you became the quiet part of life I somehow needed most. And if this all began as foolishness, then maybe love does too. Because the worst part of my perfect plan was falling hard for you. This really wasn't part of the plan. I used to write about love like it belonged to other people. Then I met you. Behind these palace walls of gold, I learned to smile, to stay controlled, to wear a name that never fit, and speak in words that weren't my own. But in the quiet after dark, I built another beating heart. Inside the pages no one knew, a world where love could still be true. Then came a girl with fearless eyes, who questioned everything I hid. The love story I never meant to write started in the spaces between our fights, in candlelight and stubborn words. In every glance I tried to hide, and all the stories I once made suddenly felt small beside your name. Because the truest thing I've ever known was loving you this way. You quote the lines I wrote at night, not knowing they were always mine. You laugh about the foolish man who writes like he believes in fate. And every time you say those words, I lose the mask, forget the world. Because the woman reading me is somehow all I wanna read. I spend my life inventing love, then somehow found the real thing. The love story I never meant to write was hidden in the silence every night, in secret pages, borrowed names, and all the truths I dared not say. And every tale I dreamed before means something different than it did. Because the ending I was searching for has always looked like you. Stay here, don't turn the page, not yet, not while you're this close. One touch, one smile, and centuries feel small somehow. If I wrote 1,000 love stories, none would feel like this. You asked me once, how can someone write about love so beautifully? Because I was waiting for someone to finally make me believe it. Stay near, stay mine, even if just for this moonlit night. This heart, this pen would choose your name again and again. Could fate ever needed words, I'd write us into forever. The love story I never meant to write became the only truth inside my life. No borrowed endings, no disguise, no hidden name behind the lines. And if tomorrow takes the crown, or every wall comes crashing through, the greatest story I have ever told will still be you. I used to write about love, now I write about you. Would your heart stay the same if you knew who I really was? Beneath the silk, beneath the lies, I learned to hide behind borrowed eyes. A stranger dressed in someone else's name, just chasing shadows from the past. But then you laughed beneath the lantern glow, spoke your mind like no one I had known. And suddenly this foolish disguise became harder to survive, because every moment near you made the truth harder to hide. If you loved me before you knew, would your heart still choose me too? When the moonlight pulls the secrets free, and nothing looks the way it used to be. 'Cause somewhere between the lies I wore pretending not to fall for you. You trusted hands that weren't quite mine, shared your quiet thoughts in softer time, walked beside me through the sleeping gardens, never knowing who stood there. And every stolen glance beneath the spring felt more dangerous than anything, because the closer that your heart drew near, the more I fear the truth. What if honesty breaks the only beautiful thing I've known? If you loved me before you knew, would your heart survive the truth? Would the warmth inside your gentle smile disappear for just one hidden light? 'Cause somewhere between the masks and scars, you became my safest kind of dark. And now I don't know how to be anyone but me with you. Stay here, don't turn away, not yet, not while I still can say this heart was yours long before I found the words. If truth arrives with morning light, please don't let it steal tonight. I never meant to become someone you would remember. I only meant to pass through. But now the thought of losing you feels heavier than every secret I've carried. Stay close one more night, let me stand here without disguise. No silk, no lies, just the man behind your eyes. If love was real before the truth, then maybe truth won't change it too. If you loved me before you knew, then maybe love can still stay true, even when the lanterns fade and all the hidden parts are named. Because in this life of borrowed names, you were the only honest thing. And if your heart still reaches out, I'll never hide again. Would your heart stay the same if you knew it was always me? It's ridiculous, how one text from you can change my entire day. I tell myself to stay calm, it's probably nothing at all, just a simple hey, are you awake? But suddenly my heart won't walk. Every little thought gets loud, questions running all around. Should I answer fast? Should I wait? Why does this feel bigger now? And I swear it's just a normal night, so why do you feel different? Everything in me says your name, in every quiet little way, in every thought I try to hide, in every smile I can't explain. And maybe love is just like this, not fireworks, just small moments that hit. And somehow all my ordinary days sound better with your name and them. Coffee cups and midnight streets, conversations half asleep. You remember things I barely say, like they somehow matter to you. And And I don't know when this started. Maybe somewhere in the smallest moments, in the way you always ask if I got home like that. A simple question means the world. I thought love would look dramatic, but maybe it just feels like peace. Everything in me says your name, in every soft and restless way, in all the overthinking nights, and every hope I'm scared to say. And maybe this is what is real, not perfect lies, just honest things we feel. And somehow all the noise inside my head gets quieter with you. Stay on the line just a little more, say anything, I just like your voice. This heart's embarrassing, it reacts to everything you do. If this is love, then I'm already gone. I used to think falling in love would feel obvious, big, dramatic, impossible to miss. But maybe it's just realizing someone has slowly become your favorite part of every day. Stay here, don't hang up yet. This night feels softer when you're in it. One text, one smile, and suddenly I'm not the same. If love lives anywhere at all, maybe it lives in moments this small. Everything in me says your name, like my whole world quietly changed. Not in some loud, unforgettable way, but in the kind that slowly stays. And if tomorrow looks the same, the city, the rain, the ordinary gray, I'll still know something beautiful happened, because now you're in everything. It's ridiculous how one person can make your whole mind smile. This was never meant to be anything, just another quiet place. Then you arrived. Empty rooms and silent halls, echoes hanging on the walls. Breakfast cold, untouched again. Another day that felt the same. People came and people left, but no one ever really stayed. Then somehow in your messy way, you fill the silence up with life. I used to think a house was just a place to sleep, until you left inside these walls. You turned this place into home, with your tired smile and stubborn soul, with every little ordinary thing that somehow made the whole world glow. And I don't know when it happened, or how your name became my favorite sound, but somewhere in all this beautiful chaos, I stopped feeling alone. Coffee cups and movie nights, arguments that end in smiles. You leave blankets on the couch and somehow make this all feel large. You say this world's not made for girls who fight through everything alone, but honestly I've never known someone stronger than you are. I watched you carry too much pain and still somehow stay kind. You turned this place into home, into something warm I never knew. Now with perfect words or fairy tales, just by being exactly you. And every room remembers you, and every laugh and midnight light, like even silence learned your language the moment and stay with me. I spent so long pretending I didn't need anyone, that love was just another story for other people. Then you walked in and made even the quiet feel alive. Stay close tonight, let this ordinary moment be enough. One smile, one touch, change more than either of us knew. If fairy tales are ever true, maybe they just look like you. You turned this place into home, into the safest part of me somehow. Not with magic, not with destiny, but in the smallest ways right now. And if tomorrow looks the same, rain on windows, city gray, I'd still call this life beautiful, as long as you're here. This was never meant to be anything. Then you came home. You spent so much time trying to become someone easier to love, hide behind your careful smile, like every glance might turn unkind. Like if they look too close they'll find every fear you keep inside. I've seen the way you second guess the smallest things you never said, as if your worth could disappear because somebody looked away. I wish you knew what I see when I look at you. The way I see you has nothing to do with perfect lines or all the ways you learn to hide just to survive another night. The way I see you is softer than the world has been, stronger than you've ever believed, and more than enough for me. Late night coffee, library lights, walking slowly under city skies. You ask if silence means I'm tired, but honestly I just like being there. You never notice little things, how kind your heart is naturally, how you remember everyone even when you forget yourself. And every time you doubt your lie, I wish I could lend you my eyes. The way I see you has nothing to do with yesterday or all the things they made you change to fit inside their narrow frame. The way I see you is someone brave enough to stay after everything they tried to break. The softness in your heart. Come closer, don't hide. You don't have to earn this tonight. Stay here, breathe slow. You're already more than you know. If only for a moment, see yourself the way I do. I can't fix every memory or undo every cruel thing someone said, but if you ever forget who you are, I'll remind you until you remember on your own. Come closer, look up, you've been enough this whole time. One smile, one truth, I've been trying to tell you. so much time trying to become someone easier to love. You never had to. Some people disappear, but somehow you kept finding me. I hear your voice in borrowed songs. In city streets I walk alone. In little moments no one sees, you still exist inside of me. And every night I close my eyes, the years blur softly into light, like time itself still keeps your name somewhere I can almost reach. Tell me how a heart remembers what time was meant to take away. In every time I find you, in every version of the sky, in every life that breaks apart, in every quiet goodbye. And maybe love is stronger than the clocks that try to pull us through, because no matter where time takes me, it always leads to you. A stranger with familiar eyes, a feeling I can't rationalize, the kind of warmth that makes you stop, like memory without a name. You laugh exactly like the ache I carried all these lonely days, and somehow even silence knows this heart has loved you once before. If losing you is written somewhere, why does finding you feel so real? And every time I find you, in every road I never planned, in every song, in every train, in every almost touch of hands. And maybe fate is just a word for hearts that never really move, because no matter what time changes, I still return to you. Wait there, don't fade, not yet, not this way. One song, one night can rewrite an entire life. If I have to lose you twice, I'd still choose you every time. If I could ask time for one mercy, not forever, not another lifetime, just one ordinary day where I get to love you without goodbye, waiting at the end. Stay close, stay near, even if morning steals you here. This heart still knows the places only your memory goes. If destiny keeps moving through, let it keep bringing me to you. was impossible brought me you. Some people disappear, but somehow you never really did. Some people arrive early, some arrive too late, and some cross time just to find you. I knew a world of candlelight, with written words and silent nights, a life where duty shaped the air, and hearts were things we never named. Then suddenly electric skies, 1,000 stars in moving lines, a city racing far too fast, yet somehow slower next to you. I learned your world in borrowed days, but loving you came naturally. I came from another time to love you, from pages history left behind, from distant years and vanished mornings, just to stand here by your side. And if the world keeps pulling backward and fate insists I say goodbye, still every version of my heart would cross the years to find your light. You laugh when I misread the signs. Teach me your strange and glowing life, how coffee tastes at midnight rain, how silence feels less cold with you. And every time you say my name, this unfamiliar world feels safe, like somehow all the roads I walked were always leading here. But time is not a merciful thing, it takes what it cannot explain. I came from another time to love you, though loving you was never mine to keep. In every stolen modern moment, you became the dream I couldn't leave. And if tomorrow tears us open or writes us into separate skies, still every broken part of me would choose this life. Stay close one more night, let me memorize this light. One touch, one breath feels more precious than forever. If this is all the time we have, let it be with you. You once asked me if we were born in the same time, would this have been easier? Maybe, but then I wouldn't have this miracle of finding you at all. Stay near, don't cry, some loves outlive goodbye. This heart still knows the road through every world to yours. If time itself should close the door, I'll knock in every life. I came from another time to love you, not to lose you in the turning years, not to become a faded memory you only visit through your tears. But if impossible is all we're given, then let impossible be true. Because no age, no world, no passing century could stop me loving you. arrived early. I only wish I had met you sooner. Funny how a song can take you somewhere your heart never really left. Dust on an oak settee, sunlight in a different shade, laughter drifting down the hall, like time had never moved at all. I thought growing up meant knowing why people change and dreams run dry, but then I saw another side of the ones I thought I understood. Turns out even heroes were just kids with shaking hands. The summer we played before goodbye, under fading orange skies, with borrowed songs and reckless hearts, thinking time was on our side. And every chord we left behind still echoes somewhere deep in blue. If I could live one season twice, I'd spend that summer next to you. Bike rides through the evening air, shared headphones, tangled summer hair, the little crush I never planned that fits so softly in my hands. And watching someone young and bright become the man I've known for life made all the distance in my heart feel smaller than it used to be. Some memories aren't meant to stay, they're meant to teach us how to heal. The summer we played before goodbye, with open windows, city lights, 1,000 songs we never finished, so somehow sound alive tonight. And every laugh we thought would fade still lives in every melody. If time was kind enough to bend, it'd bend just long enough for me. Don't stop, play on, let this moment last a little long. One song, one night can change an entire life. If goodbye is waiting somewhere, let it wait. I used to think healing meant fixing what was broken, but maybe sometimes healing is just understanding that the people you love were trying their best too. Stay young, stay bright, even if only for tonight. This song still knows the version of us time still holds. If memories ever fade away, music will remember. The summer we played before goodbye was never really lost to time. It lives in every trembling note, every part of me that survived. And if tomorrow feels too far, or life forgets the things we knew, I'll hear that song and find my way back to that summer, back to you. Funny how a song can make your heart remember. probably think I'm just difficult. That's fair. Another late night office glow, half-finished coffee getting cold. You tuck your hair behind your ears, still trying, long past everyone. I say too little, far too sharp, hide softer things behind the work. But every time you look this tired, I wish I knew a gentler way to tell you somebody notices everything. I've been loving you quietly in all the ways you never see, and fix mistakes in silent care, and staying longer just in case you're there. And maybe I was never good at saying things the way I should, but every ordinary night with you has meant more than you knew. The others laugh too easily, stand too close, talk comfortably, and somehow I become a man I barely recognize at all. A little colder than I mean, a little jealous in between, because the truth is far less calm than the face I always wear. I learned how to lead a room, but not how to say don't go yet. I've been loving you quietly in coffee cups and midnight streets, and asking if you got back safe, like simple words could hide a heart this way. And maybe I look distant, sure, but distance was the safest form of staying close without the risk of losing what we are. Stay late just once, let this silence say enough. One look, one breath, I'm worse at this than I pretend. If I tell you now, will everything change? I wasn't trying to fall for you. It happened slowly, in deadlines, rainy nights, shared elevators, and the way you say thank you, like it actually means something. Stay here, don't rush, I've hidden this for long enough. This heart, this time, might finally choose honesty tonight. If quiet love still counts as love, then mine has been here all along. I've been loving you quietly, but nothing about this feels small to me. Every little thing I tried to hide only made the feeling grow inside. And maybe I'll say this all wrong, maybe silence kept me safe too long. But if I lose this careful life tonight, at least you'll know it was always you. You probably think I'm just difficult, I just never knew how to love out loud. I thought I understood the assignment, help you heal, help you smile, then disappear. Simple until you. You You stood behind your quiet walls, like winter never planned to thaw. A heart that learned to close itself before the hurt could enter in. And I was only passing through, a borrowed light, a temporary truth, a quiet hand you'd soon forget, or so I was supposed to be. But somewhere in your fragile smile, the distance started disappearing. I was sent to help you love, not to be the one you chose, not to stay inside your world or become what I can't hold. But every time you say my name, heaven feels a little less like home. I was sent to help you love, and somehow I loved you most. I watched you dance with trembling grace, like pain still lived inside your frame. But every time you laughed with me, the shadows seemed to lose their shape. And now your hands remember mine, your silence fits so close to mine. This wasn't written in the stars, at least not any stars I knew. I should have left before this hurt, before your heart became my own. I was sent to help you love, to guide you toward another dawn, not to stay and make you dream of something already gone. But every tear you hide from me feels heavier than heaven's law. I was sent to help you love, and now I can't let go. Don't look at me like that, like I belong here. Don't say my name so softly if I can't stay. If loving you is breaking everything, why does it feel so right? You asked me once, was any of this real? If I had 1,000 lives, I would still choose the moment I met you in this one. Hold on one more night, let this impossible be ours. One dance, one touch is somehow still enough. If goodbye was always waiting, I still would have loved you. I was sent to help you love, but you became the prayer I kept, the quiet ache inside my chest, the part of me I can't protect. And if tomorrow takes my name or pulls me somewhere far above, the truest thing I leave behind is that I loved you. I thought I understood the assignment until you. I thought I understood the assignment. Help you heal, help you smile and disappear. Simple until you. behind your quiet walls, like winter never planned to thaw. A heart that learned to close itself before the hurt could enter in. And I was only passing through, a borrowed light, a temporary truth, a quiet hand you'd soon forget, or so I was supposed to be. But somewhere in your fragile smile, the distance started disappearing. I was sent to help you love, not to be the one you chose, not to stay inside your world or become what I can't hold. But every time you say my name, heaven feels a little less like home. I was sent to help you love, and somehow I loved you most. I watched you dance with trembling grace, like pain still lived inside your frame. But every time you laughed with me, the shadows seemed to lose their shape. And now your hands remember mine, your silence fits so close to mine. This wasn't written in the stars, at least not any stars I knew. I should have left before this hurt, before your heart became my own. I was sent to help you love, to guide you toward another dawn, not to stay and make you dream of something already gone. But every tear you hide from me feels heavier than heaven's law. I was sent to help you love, and now I can't let go. Don't look at me like that, like I belong here. Don't say my name so softly if I can't stay. If loving you is breaking everything, why does it feel so right? You asked me once, was any of this real? If I had 1,000 lives, I would still choose the moment I met you in this one. Hold on, one more night, let this impossible be ours. One day, one chance, one touch is somehow still enough. If goodbye was always waiting, I still would have loved you. I was sent to help you love, but you became the prayer I kept, the quiet ache inside my chest, the part of me I can't protect. And if tomorrow takes my name or pulls me somewhere far above, the truest thing I leave behind is that I loved you. I thought I understood the assignment until you